If you're willing to actually do really well in your next examination as an undergrad student or probably as a graduate student, you're ready to really crush your fears and score really well in your examination, then this webinar is for you. If you have always gotten to the part whereby you are usually scared of examination, you seem not to know why, and most of the times you seem not to really do well when it comes to examination, and you really want to know how to begin to do so well in your examination, how to begin to crush your examination goals, and how you can begin to score big, this webinar is for you. I hope you're ready to learn and you're ready to get all of the things that will be shared. Please do well to stay to the very end because every tip that will be shared in this webinar would really harness and get you to achieve lots of success. So, examination mastery, crush your fears and score big. Now, if you're meeting me for the first time, who am I? I am an academic researcher. I've been doing research for over 6 years, writing in different areas of computer science and doing well to impact and to make contribution to my immediate community. I've been a computer science lecturer for 3 different universities in Africa. Also, I'm an alumni of the Association of Computing Machinery Future of Computing Academy, New York. Also, I'm a PhD scholar of the NCS Jim Ovia Scholarship Program, and also I'm an awardee of a university grant. Now, the first thing is, how do you conquer the fear of examination? How do you conquer your fear of examination? Probably you always find out that you're usually anxious. Most of the times you just feel like, oh, I'm scared, the exam is coming. And you find out that this really limits the power to pursue and to really get excellence when it comes to examination. Now, what do you have to do? Make sure you always find out time during the period when you read, or probably before you get to the examination hall, or before you begin to write the first word in your examination hall. Number one, try to take a deep breath. Always try to take a really deep breath. The more you practice this exercise of deep breathing, it has a way of relieving stress and relieving fear and helping you to exhale out your anxiety, and you come to the premium and maximum state with which you can concentrate. Also, do well to also speak to yourself with all positivity. Positive self-talk always come to the point of making you overcome and conquer your examination anxiety. So what do I mean by positive self-talk? You tell yourself, I'm going to do well at this course. I'm going to understand this course. This course is going to be one with which I'm going to have an A. I'm going to excel in every question that I write. As I see to read, as I see to comprehend, I will know them, I will understand them, I will remember them. So such positive pep talk have a way of preparing your mind or preparing your entire body system to excel in the examination. Number two, you maintain a balanced lifestyle. Be the kind of person that you have a very great life of balance. There's a time to rest, there's a time to dig your head into it and ensure you create every concentration to study. You may even choose to look for environments that enhances your concentration, enhances your doing well in the examination, and you begin to maximize them. You create balance. You are the one that, oh, you're not just reading and reading and reading. Sometimes you take a walk, sometimes you go around, just make fun around the things that you learn. Look for things around you that you can relate to the things that you study, so you maintain a balanced lifestyle. Thirdly, sufficient sleep and eating healthy. Sufficient sleep and eating healthy will help you overcome your examination anxiety. Take out time to sleep, take out time to rest. When you're sleeping, enjoy the sleep, even though you don't want to take it for a very long time. And when you wake up, it has a way of relieving you of every stress. But when you are the type that, oh, you're so excited, you want to read, you want to consume everything, you feel like, oh, I've not covered this, I need to move on to cover this, I need to move on to do this. Most of the time, it limits your ability to be able to get the best from what you study. So how do you conquer your examination anxiety? Take a deep breath, speak positively to yourself, maintain a balanced lifestyle. Make sure you have a time for when you do certain things and then you stick to them. Thirdly, sufficient sleeping. Okay, sleep sufficiently and also eat healthy. Don't be the one that, oh, all you take is junks, or all you take are just many means like tea and bread all the time, and you don't take things that are balanced. All right, you take balanced diet, you take protein, you take vitamins, you look out for fruits, you eat them, you take vegetables, and then you begin to find out that your body system will be willing to work to a very great extent. The problem is a lot of people don't seem to know that the way you eat and the way you sleep have a way of contributing to your anxiety during examination. Now, the second tip, you ready? Using effective study strategies. Now, during examination or when you're approaching close to the period of examination, there's really a way to read. You don't read as though you have lots of time to study. Number one thing you have to do is you need to create a study schedule. Create a study schedule, all right? What you have to do between now and the period which you have each of your courses, can you sit down and begin to fix in time you want to read this particular course, you want to study this particular course? Can you create time, all right, days, maybe 2 of your courses you want to take for this particular day, and then you are not reading as a means of reading the entire textbook or consuming every of the resources given to you. Now you need to be focused and you need to create a target to what you choose to study. So create a study schedule and do well to stick to them. Do well by maybe studying the courses you have in the later time of the examination first, and then the ones you have in the closer period, you begin to study them towards the time of your examination. And then you create certain time. Maybe there's some you need to practice, maybe there's some you need to master, maybe there's some you need to make use of. Create a study schedule and stick to them. Number 2, you summarize your notes using flashcards. You could make use of flashcards, you could get sticky notes and begin to make summaries of the things that you read. For example, definition of a particular term, examples of those terms, characteristics of those terms, advantages of those terms. Have a way with which you summarize them so that when you have the privilege to go back and check up on them, you can have an entire understanding on that particular topic. So you summarize using flashcards. Do well to summarize, do well to write. Sometimes maybe you're walking in the street, you try to write down a question and see if you could really understand them. Because most of the time you cannot go around with your entire notes, but you can go around with your sticky notes, you can go around with your jotters and begin to make use of them. Thirdly, do well to practice past papers. All right, we call them past questions. Gather past questions, sit down yourself and see if you could answer them. If you begin to make use of past questions, it gives you an evaluation of how prepared you are for the examination. It gives you an idea of how prepared you are for the examination. So get past questions, previous years, years before, and then begin to do well to practice and to get ready with those questions. And another reason is because most of the times, the same lecturer who took a particular course the previous year may be the one taking it right now. And even if they are not the same, there are certain topics that are similar that will be repeated, or that questions will come out from them from what was said or from the questions of the last year. Fourthly, use mnemonics. Use mnemonics. For example, how do you remember Mr. Niger D? Mnemonics. Sometimes you may pick out certain lists, certain principles, certain ideologies, or certain advantages. Even sometimes it may be a means to remember certain definitions, key terms. Just make use of mnemonics. Turn them into something you can remember easily. While I walked to Segun, I was thinking on how to get there. Now, each of those things may actually mean a definition. So you may make use of mnemonics. At another instances, you may even need to make use of visualization. The ability to be able to capture things with your eyes, shut your eyes, and do well to begin to see them in your mind, to see them within you. You begin to look at them inside of you. You begin to look at them in your inner mind. You create a classroom within yourself, create the board within yourself, begin to look at those things written on the board so you can do well to remember them, you can do well to know what they are, and that's the way you begin to get better at what you do. At this period, close to exam period, 1 week and all of that, you may not be able to capture and read everything, but you need an effective strategy that would help you to be able to study, and yet you will do well to succeed. Next is, how do you maximize your examination preparation? How do you do well to maximize your preparation in this examination? How do you do well to ensure that you can do so well, you can still get the best at it? Number one, you review your class notes regularly. This is not the time to just read your note once or read them twice while you're trying to practice questions, while you see, oh, it seems I don't remember this part. Go back to that section, review it again, create a photograph with the lenses of your eyes, and begin to capture them and store them within your mind. So when you get to the examination hall, you can do well to remember. Secondly, you seek help from teachers. Go to your lecturers, go to those who have taught you. Are there parts you don't seem to understand, or you saw certain questions you said for yourself you can't answer, or were not clear when those things were taught in class? Go well to meet the lecturer, go well to meet whoever taught it, and then tell them, oh, I want to get clarification on this. Don't go there and say, sir, what is this? No. You go there respectfully and say, so I was trying to do my reading, and it appeared that I could not get clarity on this aspect. Is there any way you could help? Easily, the lecturer may be willing to help, or may be willing to offer you somewhere where you could learn it, or refer you back to the note where it was taught, or refer you back to the topic, or to somewhere in the textbook where you can learn these things. Also do well to seek help from your classmates. This is not the time to feel, how would my classmate look at me? You know, there are people who feel like, how would this person look at me? I will go to him now. We're sitting in class together and I don't get it. So if I go to him, does it not look like I don't know it? Or will he not look at me like someone who is a dollar? Listen to me. It doesn't matter how people look at you when you were seeking for help. What really matters is that you want to come out with excellence in that examination. Is that you want to make an A at the end of the examination. So look away from whosoever is feeling somehow or how people would feel. Sometimes people are busy thinking about themselves while you think they're thinking about you. Take note of that. Sometimes people are busy thinking about themselves, but you may be thinking that they're thinking about you. So seek help from teachers, from your classmates, and from online resources. Visit Google, visit platforms, and go to places where you could get answers to the questions in your mind. Thirdly, organize study groups to discuss difficult topics and share knowledge. This is one principle that really helped me as an undergraduate student. It helped me so much. I had a reading group, would go together, discuss past questions, would review certain topics, would ask ourselves questions. That way, we had the ability to get these things stick to our heads when we go to the exam hall. So you must do well to get groups. Look out for friends, 2, 3, 4 people that you could see together and begin to discuss past questions, or you could begin to review things that we're discussing in class. Go to certain area, have questions you ask each other, discuss it. Why? Because for people who don't seem to understand by reading the entire textbook, they could capture ideas by what people said. Easily, you can go to the exam hall and remember, oh, Shegun said this, Cynthia said this, oh, Stephanie said that when we're discussing. Fungi said that when we're discussing. Oh, Barclays mentioned that when we're discussing. You have the ability to capture these ideas and remember them easily in the examination hall. Are you ready for the next step? Boost your examination confidence. How do you boost your examination confidence? How do you get to the point whereby you walk into the exam hall and you are just excited, you're ready for whatsoever will be brought because you're so ready, and you want to increase that confidence while everybody seems to be jilting and scared of the question? How do you boost your examination confidence? Now, I will start with this, which is not here. When I was doing my undergraduate days, I learned a particular principle that was really, really helpful up to the time I graduated and even during my master's degree. And it was the fact that before I went for a particular examination, I would just find a place to sit and just begin to sing. As a person of faith, I sing songs of worship, songs of praise. It has a way of helping my spirit, my soul, my mind to be ready. This is after I've done all my study. I just use that moment to reminisce, and I appreciate God for the awesome things He has done, for the privilege. I just sing songs of praises. It has a way of helping me to walk into examination all confidently, not overconfidently, but confidently, without having fear, without being scared of whatsoever may be coming out. Now, what else do you have to do? You need positive self-affirmation. I go into this examination hall and I know I'm going to succeed. I would write the correct things. I would write effectively. I will write what will get me my A. I'm going to be favored as I write this examination. This examination will not work against me. My body systems cooperate with me to excel. Everything around me work with me to excel. I will not be under tension. I will not be tense. You shut your eyes and you say those things. Self-affirmations. I'm going to have an A. I'm getting the highest score in this course, and then you begin to visualize your success. As you say it, you see yourself coming out of the exam hall smiling, being delighted. You see yourself looking at the questions and you're just happy to write, and you're writing the writing. You visualize it. You begin to create that visual picture within yourself, and you see yourself becoming really excited doing so. So it eases up tensions and it boosts your confidence. Number two, you review past achievements and set realistic goals. You just sit down and remember the time when you wrote an exam and you never imagined you could have an A, and eventually you came out, you had an A in that course. You begin to review it. Look at the amazing things you've done. Look at the great score you had in the test. Look at all of the things that happen in there, and you see yourself becoming excited, becoming delighted, becoming really happy at those things. Thirdly, seek support from friends, families, and mentors. Maybe after doing all of this, you still find out that you are scared. Put a call across to maybe a family member and tell them, please keep praying for me. I'm going for this examination. I believe God for the best. Speak to people who motivate you. Surround yourself with positive people during this period of examination. Don't be the type that is supportive. That course is hard. They tell you, the course is hard. They tell you, the course is difficult. They tell you, nobody had an A in this course. No, shield your mind away from negative people. Seek support from people who are positive. The next, how do you excel on examination day? What do you have to do? Number one, make sure you read the instructions carefully. Understand what it means to define. When they say define something, they simply want you to write a short note giving simply a definition on that particular term. Write short notes on something. They want you to express your understanding about that thing in 2 or 3 sentences. Outline something. Just simply list them. Outline, highlight, list is the same thing as just listing them out. All right? The next thing is when they tell you to state, write a statement about it and then back it up with an example. What does it mean when they say differentiate between this and this? Use a tabular format in order to appear really smart. When they say compare, write the similarities. What do you have to do? You pay attention and you understand what every of these things means. What does it mean to describe? What does it mean to explain? What does it mean to state? What does it mean to summarize? You understand all of these things. Read the instructions carefully. When you're told answer 3 questions out of 5, don't go ahead and begin to answer 4 questions or mix up a question in one with a question in 3. No, follow the instructions. Sometimes you may be told question 1 is compulsory and any other 2, or question 3 is compulsory and any other 3. Just look carefully at the instructions and follow them. Don't be one who is so quick. You just go in there, you're writing, I know what to do, and you just follow through. You may be surprised that why you think you will come out with an A, because you choose not to follow instruction, you may just end up having a C or a D. Number 2, allot time for each question and manage it effectively. Look at the time you have. Are you told that you are answering 3 questions in 2 hours? Can you divide the time you would spend between each question and then try to stick to the time? When the time is then left, you can move on to other questions. Make sure you know how to manage your time effectively. Don't be the one who, you sat down, you said something is 2 hours, and while you're hearing 10 minutes more, or time up, or get ready to stop, then you're sweating. Why? Because you've not focused on the things that are there. Now, what's the wisdom? Make sure that when you have your question paper, take out the questions you know very well first. Okay, take them out. Focus on those ones, leave spaces for the other ones if they have to follow each other. And then when you're done with the ones you know very well, return back to the ones that you don't have an instant idea about. And you see yourself being boosted, you're boosted in your mind, you're courageous to pursue the other ones when you have done the ones you know very well. Thirdly, when you are done, don't be the one that, I'm done. I'm done. Okay, I finished. And then you want to stand up instantly and go to submit. No, what do you have to do? Go back to your answers again, look through them one after the other. Okay, I think this is fine. Can I add something to this? Where you need to add, this is not the correct thing. Can you cross it out and then write again? So review your answers before you submit. And finally, remain positive in your mind. Remain positive within you. Remain positive always through the examination. Am I helping someone? Remain positive all through the examination. Remain positive all through the examination. Remain positive all through the examination. Are you getting value? Let me see in the comment section. Remain positive all through the examination. Are you getting value? Let me see in the comment section. All right. On a final note, I want to tell you, believe in yourself, regardless of whatsoever, regardless of any threat that may have been given to you, regardless of how you may feel, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Number 2, adopt a growth mindset. Adopt a growth mindset. Be willing to grow. Be willing to be better. Be willing to give it your best regardless. Be willing to push through no matter what. Believe in yourself, adopt a growth mindset, and celebrate your progress. An examination went well, celebrate it. It didn't go too well, forget about it and be excited about taking the next one. Did you get value? I wish you all the best in your examination, guys. My name is Dr. Abiodun Mustafa. I'm delighted, I'm glad that you will excel greatly than ever before in your next examination. Please do well to share this video. You have friends writing examination, friends who are undergraduate or probably pre-graduate or graduate students. Please share this video with them. Please do well to like this video. Do well to drop a comment. Share with me what you learned from this video. And please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe right now. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. And join me every Wednesday, 9 p.m. West African time for my weekly webinar called Growth School. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday as you choose to join. Get value. See you when we see.